Rangers, please turn off your cell phones or set them to silent. Okay, if you need to take a call, you can do so right outside the LP rooms. Please no eating or drinking during the panel. As I have been informed, all video, photography, everything like that's fine. So go crazy with your pictures and such, okay? Alrighty, so welcome to the Power Rangers panel here at Anime Expo. So, interesting setup we have here today. It's a long 2-hour panel. The first hour is dedicated to the heroes of the series, and the second hour dedicated to the villains. Yeah! Alright, so let's get this on the way. Power Ranger Reunion featuring cast members of Mighty Morphin, Zeo, Turbo, In Space, and Time Force! The Denos! And Ashley! Catherine Sutherland!
The Yellow Power Ranger from Mighty Morphin.
I am Catherine Sutherland. I played Kat on Mighty Morphin, Zeo, and Turbo. Hello, everybody. Thank you so much for coming. I'm Nakia Maurice, and I played Tanya in Zeo and Turbo.
Hello, my name's Blake Foster. Played Justin Stewart on Turbo Power Rangers.
Hey, how's it going? I played Cassie Chan on Power Ranger Space, and my name is Patricia Jolly.
Hello, everybody. This is Selwyn Ward. I played TJ, Red and Turbo. Space.
Hello everyone, Roger Velasco played Carlos on the Green Turbo Ranger, and also the Black Ranger in Space, you guys.
Hi, Robert Axelrod, the voice of Finsta.
Hi everybody, my name is Barbara Goodson and I played Rita!
You're not worthy!
Hello everybody, my name is Daniel Southworth and I played the character of Eric Myers, who is also the Quantum Ranger.
Alright, any questions? We love you more.
Love you too.
I want to see this or you want? No video.
Oh, yeah, it's full action again, sorry.
I'm alive.
Okay, when the three of you went from Mighty Morphin and then you changed to Zeo, and then from Zeo to Turbo, how was that for you guys? Like, just the changing, like, in the outfit, not just the outfit, but the new characters and stuff. Like, just getting into the new part.
I felt like I got demoted from red to blue. I did. I'm just kidding. No, I liked it. I thought it was cool actually because I like the Zeo costumes. I think they look really cool. So
I'm not gonna lie, you were probably the best. You're my favorite in Zeo.
Thank you.
Well, I went from Mighty Morphin to Ninja, so I mean, I thought, wow, new toys, so it was awesome. Sean thought the same thing, ironically.
It was just fun to have a change, and I thought the storylines were a little different. You know, it was fun. And then we got Kia. That was a big bonus. Lots of things to show, but done now.
The change for me, I loved going into Turbo because I got to drive a car. But it was fun. Both seasons were really, really fun for me.
Thank you.
Favorite episode, storyline, or movie that you worked on for Power Rangers? Morphin Time.
I liked the episode where I turned into a plant. I don't know if you guys remember that one. I was like from Zeo, I think, and I started like turning green, and then like branches sticking out of my head and stuff. That was kind of cool.
For me, I'm torn because obviously when we did the movie, that was just out of this world, going to Australia. It was amazing seeing the larger sets, the big budget. I mean, it was awesome being there. But I mean, if I had to pick an episode, it would have to be the Wild Wild West because I got to talk like I was from Texas, which I am.
For me, probably my very first episode.
Yeah.
When I got to be bad.
I don't remember the title of the episode, but it was when Jason, David, Frank, and myself, we had to sing everything.
Well, for me, I was a little kid, so I really enjoyed doing the movie. But my favorite episode would have to be Little Strong Man.
Now he's the big strong man.
I don't have a favorite episode. I mean, they're all so cool. Probably whichever episode I fought the most on, like physically, I think that would be, there was a rift in the Rangers. We did a lot of fighting on that one. All kinds of fighting. I don't know. What? Oh, yes. All the episodes where Phantom Ranger was a part of, those definitely are my favorite. Thank you for that.
I'd have to say I have two. One's definitely, I forget the name of it also, but it had to have been the episode where I was taming my car. Anybody remember that? Like a wild horse, I just had to tame it, so that was exciting. And also, of course, Forever Red.
I think I'm like Patty. I liked all the episodes. It was a great time. But I guess one that sticks out, I would say, is I believe it was Count and Carlos. Or anybody can help me out? The vampire episode. That's my favorite episode. When I turned into a vampire, I thought it was so cool. And also, Countdown to Destruction. My favorite.
My favorite episodes were the episodes where we had Serpentera. Those were really powerful.
My favorite episode was when I married Lord Zed. And also doing Orbis and Sprocket.
I guess I grew up watching Land of the Lost, so we did the dinosaur episode where the Quantum Ranger goes back in time. That was a whole lot of fun. And then Movie Madness was fun when I got to be Tarzan for a day. So I got to break with the character and scream the loincloth was kind of funny. The monkey sucking on my toes, I enjoyed that. That was a highlight, so that would have to be my favorite episode.
I was just wondering, at any point, what did you get to do anything that you found particularly interesting, whether it was a particular stunt or a line or just something really fun that you particularly enjoyed?
I loved when we were about to film
the movie, the Turbo movie, Koichi had come up with some tight moves for Tanya. And they didn't make it in the movie. Oh. Yeah, so I had some butt whipping going on. But didn't happen. But yeah, those were good.
I remember mine and Johnny and Steve's first episode when we came on as new kids. That week was like, it was like a two-part, three-part episode, but we were like rollerblading, we were like swimming in the river, we had like a snake on my lap, we had like a karate tournament. It was like ridiculous, and I remember going, what did we sign up for? Like, this is crazy. And they would want to shoot like, one episode with us rollerblading, then they'd want to throw me in the lake, and then they wanted me to go back to rollerblading, and I was like, I'm a black girl with curly hair, and it don't work out like that. So that was a really fun getting your hair blow dried in like 5 minutes.
And one more thing, Miss Rita, could you do me a huge favor? Could you say at last after 1,000/10,000 except for you?
Oh, okay.
Thank you.
After 10,000 years, I'm free! It's time to conquer Earth!
Thank you.
Hello. I was born when Power Rangers started, and I really want to know is, do you like all the cosplayers that are dressing up as Power Rangers for your sake?
Definitely.
It's amazing because
Thank you.
it's been a long time for all of us, and I think the fact that you guys are all here and you guys are so into it and you know so much about it, it's an honor for us to be able to even sit here and you even want to hear what we have to say after all this time. I'm totally glad.
Ditto.
We'll never do anything bigger than this, ever.
Okay, thank you.
My brother has a question.
What would your life be like if you didn't get the part?
That's probably like the best question I've ever heard at all the panels I've been to.
I would never have been in your amazing country. Happy birthday, America. I mean, happy Independence Day. My life completely did a flip. I feel so grateful for the show, and we got to meet some amazing people. We got to do Make-A-Wish Foundation. It was just, excuse me, so for me, my life is completely changed for the better. Absolutely. Richard.
I never would have got to go to Australia. She was happy to come to America, I was happy to go to Australia. Probably one of the best times I ever had, ever.
I met some really great people on the set, and I established a really wonderful relationship with this big head here, and I would have never met her. Friendships. No, I'm not single.
What were your guys' most embarrassing moments filming?
Sorry.
What were your guys' most embarrassing moments filming?
Too many.
Maybe the bloopers after.
Yeah.
I think mine was when we were doing the parachute scene, and I had to do mine after dinner, and we were like 80, I don't know how many feet up in the air were we? We were really up, we were high, and we would have to like flip and then pose for the camera. Well, I flip, pose for the camera, flip, pose for the camera, and next thing I know, I'm like throwing up my lunch. And so I'm 80 feet in the air, so nobody could do anything, and Jason Frank and David Yost probably, they have photos of this, but I don't know where they are. So I just stayed up there with throw up all over me.
For me, we had a few episodes with some monkeys, and well, Bulk and Skull became the monkeys. And one of the monkeys was an older monkey, and he got a little excited a couple of times. That was embarrassing.
Okay, you've probably heard this at every single panel you've ever been to. Could you please say your morphing lines? And as for Zed and Rita, just, you know, anything you ever wanted to say in your characters' voices.
Quantum power.
And this guy wants you to say it's morphin' time in your own voices.
Well, you never said it's morphin' time. You want me?
Hey, before we do that, guys, we have to make a quick announcement. The original Black Ranger from Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, Walter Jones. Standing ovation, ladies and gentlemen.
We love you all, clearly.
Now you know why we were all running backstage and stuff. It's like, what do you mean there's another person? Okay, without further ado, Walter Jones and the rest. Please continue.
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? It's morphin' time. Mastodon! I gotta let you guys know, I just got here from Louisiana. I was down there doing a film called Immortal Cycle. I'm playing a vampire killer. I was filming until 5:30 this morning, jumped on a plane, just got in through Burbank, went home, came here, so I'm glad to be here with y'all. And I hope to meet a bunch of you guys over at the signing place over at Exposition Hall in aisle 100. That sounds right. That's where we're at, right? Aisle 100. All right. So let's get back to cracking. What y'all doing? I love you too. Hip hop keto. Yes, it was. Hip hop keto. I gotta tell you, I love that so much. That was probably the most fun for me, was creating that form of martial arts, incorporating dance with the martial arts, and we didn't always have a lot of time to perfect it. So it was like, okay, we got one take. And towards the end, it got real fun for me because I was able to go, I want two putties coming from here, I'm gonna kick him, I'm gonna hit him, I'm gonna flip over this guy, I'm gonna sweep this guy, throw an elbow at this guy, and they were like, okay, cool, let's do it. So, it got to be a lot of fun. What's that? There it is, that's right. And let me ask you, any of you guys recognize this move? I see that all over the net, and it just keeps going. It's like, hey.
Are you guys going to do the morphing lines? Please say yes.
All right, who's the next question?
Hi everybody. I want to know when and where is the next Power Rangers audition? I want to join you guys. I'll compete for it. Okay.
Sorry, we don't know.
Oh.
Sorry.
All right. All right, go.
Hey, alright, so I know you guys have been doing this for a very long time. Have you ever run into someone really hardcore and asked you questions you have absolutely no idea the answer to?
The whole time I've been here.
Greetings, Rangers.
Greetings.
All right. What was the weirdest episode filming? Like, you guys did a lot of weird stuff, like the episode when you guys got stuck in a storybook, or the plan episode.
We're making a pizza!
Oh, and swallowed by a pig.
Well, I would say, like you said, Mr. The eye guy was a weird one. That guy was kind of strange. I think one of the funnest ones for me was Zach's birthday.
I did the voice of eye guy.
Fighting the Nasty Night. Yeah, that was cool for me.
All right, and one more thing. I'm gonna ask the most depressing question at this panel. So, all right. Earlier this year, Disney announced that Power Rangers is canceled. There's not gonna be a new season after this one. So, how do you guys feel about that?
You never know what might happen next. You never know.
I'm already out of a job, so...
It's confirmed.
My question to everybody is, while you guys were filming, did any of you steal any of the props?
No!
Blake
Or
Foster.
did you do what Jason Frank did and sneak out with a uniform underneath his clothing?
I did not steal that helmet. They gave it to me.
Like what kind of things did you steal?
I stole a Naruto headband from a convention.
You see Rita over there? She stole my costume.
I took that monkey home from...
I've got two
Bananas.
questions, if that's all right. The first one is for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. At the time that you guys started, did you realize it would have the social and cultural importance that it did? Did you know that?
No. When we first did this show, I don't think we had an idea of what it was going to be. In fact, I took the pilot home to my family in Detroit and was like, yeah, I got this kid show. It's kind of quirky and.
Was that the bowling alley episode?
What's that?
Was that the bowling alley episode?
That was the bowling alley
Oh,
episode.
yeah.
Let me tell you, in the very first episode, they had me rolling in on a skateboard with a boombox on my shoulder going, what's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? What's up, man? I was like, we gotta take out at least 3 what's up, man. But in the end, as the show grew, the first thing that happened was all the toys sold off the shelf before the first episode even came out. So that said to us right away that, wow, this might be something big. And then it just continued to grow and grow and grow until we were at Universal Studios and backing up traffic and doing 6 shows, filling the amphitheater. I'm glad you were there, brother. Me too.
Well, for us it was different because it was already a big show, you know. So it was just exciting for us to be a part of it, you know. When Karen and I auditioned, there was like 10,000 people that auditioned for that part, our parts, and yeah, we just couldn't believe, that we got part of it. When they told us, they were like, "Well, you guys are the new Rangers," like hugging each other and like crying and stuff, like we just won the Oscar or something.
When I walked into the show, they were just doing the press release for the movie, and I had no idea because in Australia it had only just started, and it was like, I was like, oh my god, what have I gotten off the boat and walked into here? I mean, they were like superstars, and I'm like this little, chick from Australia. So it was huge. I had no idea what else I was coming into. Thank you. Kimberly was so popular. It was so hard. Yeah. It was hard.
Good job.
She was awesome. Yes. Yay, Kimberly. Thank you.
For me, I was really nervous about it because these original guys were so popular and they were loved. And I mean, for us to step into their shoes was a huge undertaking, and we were very worried about, not being, accepted, and just we didn't want to replace them. We just kind of wanted to do our own thing, and try to make the characters different. But it was weird because we got the show, and then within like 2 months, I mean, we worked, like we shot 20 episodes or something crazy in 2 months, and then we were in Australia, so we didn't even get to like really take it all in, and it wasn't until we got back from Australia, which was like 5 or 6 months later, that we were like, people knew who we were. So it was the weirdest thing ever, and the fact that all of you guys accepted us and they accepted us was great. So.
I'll tell you what my favorite thing. It's sort of an indication of how the whole of the episodes and the shows and all the incarnations have kind of become one iconic figure, and that's that. When I walk around and I meet people every once in a while, or somebody I'm working with finds out that I was a Power Ranger, and then they ask what color, and I try to say quantum, but that's not really right. And I said, well, red. I was red, and they go, oh yeah, I used to watch you, and I'm thinking, no, you used to watch Lost in St. John. That's okay, I'll take it. I'll take the credit for it. Yeah, I was that guy.
And the only other question I had was, what was everybody's favorite set to work on? Favorite Megazord set, favorite like power chamber, power, whatever it was. Just whatever. Whatever you like. What was everybody's favorite set to work on? Yeah.
The Zeo Command Center was cool.
Yeah. I like Zeo. The movie Command Center was cool.
Great job.
My favorite was the juice bar. Ernie's juice bar.
Hi there. I have just 2 quick real questions. I know. That's actually the point. Anyway, I want to know, at any point when you were dubbing over a fight scene or any type of scene, did it ever feel awkward that you were just dubbing over these scenes that you really felt you should be fighting yourselves?
For me, not really, because we usually ended like a 12-hour day and then had to go do ADR for another 4 hours. So for me, I was like, I just want to go home.
All right. It was great doing the voiceover for it.
Yeah, we wish we would have done more fighting. We used to be really antsy and excited to get the fighting sequences, but they were hard to come by. They just would not let us fight that much. People would get injured. For example, Patty got injured doing a stunt. So, but yeah, hey, it was, it's rough and tough and it's real. But I wish we would have done some more fighting. Absolutely.
But we were also doing a lot of filming. We were filming about 3 episodes in 10 days.
Yeah.
So there was a first unit and a second unit. The second unit were the stunt guys. So I don't think that we would have been able to produce as much as we did if we were doing the fighting in addition to the acting and everything else.
And 16-hour days. 16.
It wouldn't even have made sense for me to do it because I was all tall and stuff. So.
All right. Second real question was just for Lord Zed. I'm wondering if you could say one line for my friend in your voice. Can you just say Kazu sucks?
What?
Please?
What is it again?
Kazu sucks.
No, I don't use profanity.
Oh.
Next question.
Well, I gotta say, it's finally great to meet you guys in person. Rita, you scared and Goldar too, like crazy when it scared me crazy when I was growing up.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Zed, not so much. He was cool. Yeah, but another person that scared me was Scorpina, and yes, she is. But whatever happened to her after that episode with Walter's replacement, Johnny? That's a bad joke. She never showed up again.
What was the character?
Scorpina.
I can answer that question. Actually, my sister, who's actually in the audience over there, she's friends with Scorpina. Her friend married her, so her husband was my sister's friend, and so that's Scorpina's married to my sister's friend.
All right, thank you.
In case you were wondering.
Thank you. I'm very pleased to know that I scared the heck out of all of you.
Hello there. First of all, I'd say, I grew up watching Power Rangers for most of my childhood. Probably the biggest thing I remember from it, and it's truly an honor to meet you all. And I have to say, you all still look incredible, especially you, Rita. And on that note, I'd like to say that
I paid him to say that.
I thought he was pointing at me for a second.
Contrary to what the previous guy said, actually, Zed scared me. I thought you were great. I mean, even as a villain, but actually probably the best villain. Every villain after you, I don't think they measured up.
Rita, I think he has a crush on you. I think that's what it is.
Meet me later.
Since it was already, just one quick question. Since it was already asked of the original generation, all of you who came into the later series, Turbo and Space, all those, how did you all feel joining, becoming a new generation in something that was already going strong? How'd you all feel about that?
Well, I tell you, for me personally, I remember watching Walter and thinking, that he's really good, but I think I could do the job a little better.
Them's fighting words right there.
But nobody could ever replace Walter. There's no way. There's no way. Good guy. But so for me, it was a dream come true. And as the other actors mentioned, as you're shooting, everything goes so fast. It's a whirlwind, and by the time your episodes are actually hitting the air, and people start to recognize you, it's like we're almost done shooting, So it's like it grows after you're done with the show. It just kind of snowballs itself, as you shoot. So it's pretty amazing stuff, and you don't realize the impact until you come to places like this and really see people out in public that truly love you, and we really appreciate that.
I didn't really see the whole replacing somebody when I came in. I was just so excited. I mean, I had to pinch myself. Like, is this really happening? But after a while, it was just, it's kind of like a bummer. You kind of build up a relationship with these guys, and you kind of get close to them, and you don't want them to leave. So, yeah, I guess after a while, it was kind of like a bummer having to replace, or quote, replace someone.
Oh man, it was kind of like a dream come true for me. I mean, I was 12 years old when I did the show, so I was a huge fan of Power Rangers. Best believe it. So when I got on the show, I remember to this day, I'll never forget it. I was sitting at the table reading, and I see all the Rangers coming in, and I'm just like, oh my god, where's Tommy? Where's Jason? Where's Jason? And then he walked in, I was just like, I was in shock. It was cool. It was the best thing ever. Yeah. I was.
I was so stoked. I mean, come on, wouldn't you be stoked? I don't know. I probably didn't sleep for a week. I was just like, and then freaked out about like all the cool fighting I would get to do, and our team, I don't know about the other teams, I'm sure everybody like worked out after shooting, but we'd shoot all day and then we'd go to the gym with the stunt guys and practice just different choreographies and stuff because we were so excited to do the show. We wanted to like Roger was saying, we wanted to really give it our all physically and really make it more exciting and like full of action. And the pyrotechnics helped a lot. We had a lot of cool explosions. I remember those were the best. Those big ass those big. I was excited. Let's just put it that way.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next question.
I didn't do any bloopers. I was perfect.
My question's for the later Turbo Rangers. As you probably know, they never revealed who the Phantom Ranger was. Did you guys ever have any inkling?
It was me. You didn't know that?
I think the only one that really found out was Cassie. Yeah.
No further speculation on. I mean, did you guys ever think that you're going to reveal it as it's Sword on the Sun or anything?
I speculated, but I couldn't really make it fit story-wise, so I didn't really like push it into the writing or anything. But I was like, oh, that'd be really cool if we got Johnny back on the show and he was like escapading as the Phantom Ranger somehow. But it wouldn't make sense exactly the way the Phantom Ranger.
Thank you. Love you guys.
Love you too.
Hello. Just want to say it's really great to see you guys and all. My first question goes out to TJ and Eric. Back when you guys were doing...
Sorry, I was thrown off by that for a second. Eric?
Sorry,
I'm here.
Sorry if I'm using the character names though, but like I can't remember.
No, it's okay.
So well.
I can't remember my own name, it's alright. I walk around going, hey Eric, how's it going? I see the mirror.
I remember though, on the episode of Forever Red though, I can easily remember the two lines that you guys said though, right when Cole said that Tommy was actually the greatest ranger, and then, if I recall correctly, TJ said that I wouldn't actually go that far. After all, I was the one that replaced him.
What can I say?
You know, we didn't write the show.
I know.
We were the puppeteers. We were the puppets, the puppeteers.
Yeah. Pretty much, when you guys managed to reunite with Mr. Austin and Mr. Frank, what was it like though when you guys managed to meet up again when you were doing that episode?
Well, when you get a bunch of bulls in the stable. No, I thought it was really cool. Everybody was really mellow, and we had a really good time. We had a really good time. We needed some female rangers on that episode.
That's for sure. We had.
Dudes walking around, red tights and all, just dudes.
You know, the poor craft service girl. She had a hard time. But it was good to see Jason. I did replace him, so I got to work with him a few times. A great guy. And Austin St. John, hadn't really met him, but really good guy too. And he's another guy beyond Watcher that I watched a lot, so it was really great to meet them.
And my second question goes to Stephen Carey. I remember back when you guys were filming going for Mighty Morphin Power Rangers the movie, I thought back to one particular moment, like right after you guys defeated Ivan Ooze, and once you got back to the command center, office said that you guys made it, but you were too late. And then it was at the part right when you were gonna restore the command center and Zordon with your ninja powers. When you got to that part where, like, when Officer said it was too late, I know it sounds a little depressing and all, but what exactly was like the initial reaction to that when you guys were acting out that scene?
Did you get all that?
That's a deep question. I never thought about that.
Sorry, I know it's
it was kind of cool because usually Power Rangers, I mean, we were, fighting, aliens and monsters, and it was very like light. They kept it really light, but in the movie they actually decided to go there and, put us in a situation where Zordon could be dead. So I mean, for us it was great. We were excited to be sad and to actually have to reach as actors. So I mean, it was really cool. I mean, shooting that whole scene, it took us about almost like a month, 2 months to shoot that entire thing. So I mean, I think any sadness you saw, it was fatigue and tiredness from the long days and hours. So, but I mean, it was great. I mean, I was glad they tried to make the movie a little bit more serious.
And one final question. One of the guys here actually had a question here. This is actually for all the Rangers guys, all the Rangers here. If they actually sort of changed the, I guess you could say the color palette for the Rangers. If you had to choose a certain color, what would it be?
I'm gonna have to stay with blue. That's my favorite color. Forever red, baby.
Wow, that's tough. I like my green and I love the black. So I can't answer that question. I don't know. Maybe green and black?
Lord said red, of course.
I have no idea.
Pink.
Well, actually, I thought about this. I'd like to have red with some gold pinstripe. And then a little bit of a fluorescent glow from behind. And some key music as I walk on, and a cape. A short cape. A big old sword. Maybe a few guns. You know.
And stilettos.
Oh, and by the way, Eric, I just remembered that one line from Forever Red when you're referring to Tommy's Dragon Zord. I still remember it right off the top of my head, but I think that was probably one of the coolest and funniest lines I heard so far when you said, if he was my Q-Rex, I would use Dragon Zord for lunch.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, I remember. And I'll tell you what, I remember getting that line and thinking, how do you say that? Now, in a previous interview, I remember the process now. I remember sort of trying to make up that line, but I didn't make up that line. I made up a few other lines that were turned down, so I had to say that line. And so I decided to act as though I were a T-Rex eating him for lunch. A choice that kind of fell flat. But, I'm glad that you guys remembered that. It turned out to be very memorable. So
we only have about 5 more minutes, so we're going to have to speed up the questions.
Yeah, so we're going to answer as many as we can. We want to cover everyone.
Oh, I'll try to keep this brief. Well, first off, thank you for coming. I worship you guys at 4:30 weekdays, every day, Channel Fox. Long story short, Power Rangers Turbo, the movie, blew my mind as a kid, and I'm still trying to convert those unbelievers today of how you have to watch it. It was so awesome. So for the people who participated in Power Rangers Turbo, the movie, what was your favorite part of the movie? Was it revving up the ancient sailboat, the ancient cars, fighting the big piece of poo on the ship? Which was it?
Definitely the fight scenes. Loved the fight scenes.
My favorite part was just laying in the hospital bed. I got to relax the whole time in the bed. Everybody else had to work, and I just got to chill.
Mine was, I got to take his spot, so it was really great.
It's all good?
I liked all the stuff I did with when Tommy and I went on our little search for Larry.
Oh my God, I can't believe it. Rita, oh my God, you've been my hero ever since I was a child, like this big. You've been my hero and everything. And you actually got me into acting and loving villains and villainesses and understanding them. Wow, I'm shaking. Anyways, my question is, when you were getting into the zone for Rita, how did you get into character? Did you have any techniques, some you can share on for getting into character? Anything like that?
Well, I can tell you when I first did Rita, it was way back when we I was just cast as Rita off the bat, and I was told to do a Wicked Witch of the West kind of voice. That was the direction of, I'll get you, my pretty, you know, one of those voices. And I was told that I was fired.
No!
That was originally, I was canned because they said that wasn't scary enough. They did a survey. I said, well, why don't you direct me differently? You know, give me what you want. They said they wanted scarier. I said, well, I'll give it to you scarier. And they said, no, we're going to have auditions. Oh. I said, well, may I audition again? And I was so angry that they said, you know, that they gave me the part and then took it away. So I said, you want it angry? I'll give it to you angrier! Show was going to be 6 years long with me doing that voice. I was just blowing it out for that audition. And how I continued doing that was, well, I'm good here. I remembered the voice. I had to match what I started with. I couldn't go lower or, you know, drink a lot of water and cough drops, and I keep it going, as you can kind of tell.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much. And I love you so much.
Wow. I'm just excited I get to finally meet some of the actors of the Power Rangers. Okay, my first question is that, okay, one question, okay, is for Dan.
Yes, sir.
Well, originally I read somewhere was that originally in Time Force, your character was supposed to die during the final episode. So how did you feel then? When you heard, did you realize you were supposed to die, and why did they change it?
Well, I know that they were following the storyline of the Japanese version, and I know that the character died in that version. So I was playing him as a tragic character throughout the story arc. And then I was delighted that I finally didn't die, because you know before then I was a stunt man and I played characters in films, and I was dying in every film I'd ever done. I can't tell you how many times I've died and how many ways. By the time I go on my real deathbed, it'll be peaceful in comparison. But I was happy to finally survive the end of a flick, or show, or episode, intact.
Hello. Amen. My first question is for the original Rangers. What was it like for you guys on the last day?
Mine was sad. I remember when I first talked to Shooky and all the people and said, you know, I wanted to leave the show, and there was this big thing, and anyways, they were like, yeah, that'll be great. We'll do 10 extra episodes. We'll start it off, and we'll write you out, and it'll be great, and we'll make sure that the fans, are able to, say goodbye and whatever. And the next time I was on set, that was my last day. And I didn't even get to say goodbye to you guys. I didn't even get to say goodbye to you guys. So, welcome to Hollywood.
So needless to say, when I stepped in for Aisha, there was a little bit of confusion when I was in the makeup room and she was outside shooting. I had never met her, but I heard wonderful things about you. And I love you. So it was, that was a bit of confusion going on.
She was a kid. She didn't even get to come back as an adult to say goodbye to us.
Yeah.
She was a little...
It's business, but I think, at the end of the day, yeah, it was just business for them. But yeah, it was a weird situation because, I'm sure when she came on set, it was just like, okay, so it was weird for all of us. But it was, I had a great time, great experience, and look, the blessing that she was able to get from it. So there you go. It all works out.
I guess it was kind of the same. My last day was not really my last day. It was like just another day. And then things just kind of got weird and awkward and crazy and businesslike, and And then it was like, okay, well, I guess that was the last day. So, but you know, I enjoyed all the days that I was there, and I enjoyed the work I was able to do, and I enjoy all the fans that I've made worldwide from the show. So I appreciate the opportunity to reach out and touch you guys and be touched by you guys. And so that last day was that last day, and I got many more new days. So there you go.
I'll tell you what, the rap party rocks though. That was one banging rap. I don't know about you guys.
I didn't have a rap party.
Okay, maybe I was in the middle.
One last question, Rita. Can you please do Make My Monster Grow?
Am I having a flashback? Didn't I just do that? No. Oh, I said it in the screen. Make my monster
Hello. Rocky, you were always my favorite Ranger, despite what anybody else says. You're the best Red Ranger. Sorry to you guys, but Rocky was the best.
That's right, that's right.
That's okay,
Keep going. Now but this is a sad question for me because I had to sit through Forever Red listening to Cole scream and be his little hippie gimmick or whatever he was doing. Where were you?
Austin and I rock, paper, scissors for Forever Red.
But you're better than he is.
I'm just kidding.
Yes, he is! Don't deny it.
That's the right one to get. No, actually, what happened was I was supposed to be in there, and they called me, and then I said, okay, well, call me when you guys are ready for me, and then I moved because I hadn't heard from them, and then they didn't know how to get a hold of me, so I kind of missed out on that one.
You rock, Walter. Best sauce instructor I've ever had.
Hi. I saw a video on YouTube recently. I had a convention with Jason David Frank, and he was kind of annoyed with the whole fact that the Rangers had when there weren't Rangers, they wore the color-coded outfits. And I was wondering, do you guys have any pet peeves about the show? I mean, you guys all loved it because I mean, you shared all those experiences, but do you guys have any particular pet peeves about the show?
The red beret I had to walk around in. I was trying to pin that thing up and make it look cool, but I looked like a painter from France.
My pet peeve was that it was non-union. Wished it was union.
My pet peeve is I never got to hook up with Angela.
That was my pet peeve too.
Yeah, I never got a man either. Like, what's up with that? Kimberly got all the guys. I didn't get anybody. I'm just joking.
For me, it was probably, we used to shoot in really, really hot locations or really windy locations, so our hair was everywhere and it was just uncomfortable.
I don't think I had any pet peeves. I think I was so in shock of being on set all the time with the Power Rangers. I don't really think I had any pet peeves. Although that it was non-union. That's a bummer.
Yeah, we did.
You got my haircut going on over there, huh? I like it.
I remember there. What was that I for? Gosh, there's a story I want to tell you. Like, we would be working for like many hours in the day, and I would get home and I'd barely have time to take a shower and have dinner and go to bed before I have to get up again and go back to work. And I remember falling asleep like with food in my mouth. I was having dinner in front of the TV, and when I woke up, I had all this rice like dripping out of my mouth. I was like, I can't believe I just fell asleep with food in my mouth.
Yeah, I have to agree with Kat. You know, when you're on a dry lake bed out in the desert, it's like 110 degrees, and you get on spandex, and you know, after about 4 or 5 hours, it can get a little annoying.
I guess for me, it was shooting in Death Valley. We constantly had to drink water, or else we were gonna really hurt ourselves. And we actually had somebody go to the hospital, right, guys? But I guess that was for me, Death Valley in spandex, in black.
Pet peeve was, I had it. Hava Nagila on the wedding day. If any of you noticed.
Oh, and you crushed the...
That was the wedding song. Yeah. Dwight said and Rita were Jewish. Oh, that was cool. That was cool. I guess the fact that it was a non-union show.
I guess the same thing, non-union, and when it became union at one point, they wanted to lower my salary. I had 3 episodes left, and they wanted to drop me down to $300 an episode for 3 shows. But I called and I said, I think this is a little tacky, don't you? And they gave me my salary. And also, there was a point there where I was possibly going to play Rita and do the voice. And my pet peeve is that I never got to do that. And as Carla's was not doing the voice, she wanted to do the voice. So we shared that pet peeve. We wanted to be one whole person. I think it was the not being respected by the company. We got our jackets, our Power Ranger jackets, and they asked us to pay for them. There's a lot of tacky things, but I think I'm done now.
You know what, I have one other thing I wanted to add to it. Steve just brought this up and I totally forgot. When we first got on the show, we weren't technically Rangers, so we got paid less until we actually became a Ranger on the show. So I mean, it was, I think, like she said, it was like a lack of appreciation. And I remember we were at the movie premiere, and I was getting out of a car and like about to do like the red carpet, and Haim was getting out of the car, and I was like, Haim, how are you? Nice to meet you. And he didn't even know who I was. No clue. So he didn't know, he had no clue who I was until like 5 minutes later. Go ahead.
The other thing.
I have one more thing to say is, on behalf of them, whenever I would call them directly or fax them, they would call me back direct. So that's one positive thing I have to say about those 2 guys, were that they did deal with you one-to-one if you were willing to deal with them one-to-one. And it was a learning curve for a lot of us, how you have to stand up for yourself in this business, and if you don't, nobody else will. So that was a positive.
That show went through a lot of growth as a non-union show, starting off, you know, stealing their locations, and ending up as a union show, and then Disney taking it overseas. And it went through a lot of different companies, and there are a lot of different experiences and battles that we all fought. But I can say the one thing I'm appreciative was I was able to cut my teeth as an actor on that show. I walked around like Jackie Chan for a year, or Jet Li, or whoever they gave me the choreography for that day, and I loved it. And it was a good time.
I
think that's how we all feel about that show.
And the fans.
I didn't get a pog, a card, a toy, or nothing. I was like, dang. I was like, isn't that me? Can I get it for free?
I feel like the villain here, because it's like exactly your time, and you know how the villain always attacks at like 15 after the 30-minute mark when it starts. So unfortunately, our time is up for the first part of the presentation. Please give another round of applause to the
Thank you very much, you guys. We love you. Thanks for the support. We really mean it. Thank you very much. From the bottom of our heart.
Yes, thank you.
Stay seated. This panel is not over. Okay. Do you remember what I said in the beginning? that the second half is devoted to our illustrious villains.
Hey, do I qualify as a villain?
Yes. Stay.
Thank you guys. Thank you so much for your support throughout the years. We really appreciate it.
It was funny, Lawrence, when he came late, because I guess he came in and they stopped it.